After several weeks of demonstrations, Toronto police are looking to put an end to protests that have been taking place on the Avenue Road Bridge. The police chief saying these demonstrations are creating concerns for police and the public. Tina Yazdani joins us now. So Tina, you asked the police chief what kind of solutions can be applied here. So what was his response?
Yeah, Faiza, Toronto Police Chief Myron Demke announcing just moments ago that police are banning those protests, as you mentioned, at the Avenue Road Bridge at the 401. He says that people can expect to be arrested if necessary if they do show up and try to hold demonstrations there. Now, the police chief says these bridge protests have been especially disruptive, forcing the recurring shutdown of a major intersection right in the heart of Toronto's Jewish community. The chief says any activities on the overpass or surrounding areas will be investigated with a criminal lens, adding the demonstrations have led to feelings of insecurity and intimidation for the Jewish community.
We are now applying a criminal lens as it relates to the intimidation of the community that you've just spoken of. The Jewish community has made it very, very clear and properly clear that they feel intimidated. We are now taking a criminal lens to our approach in gathering evidence and making our operational considerations to prevent criminal offenses and affect our purpose of keeping communities safe and, if necessary, take people into custody. I want to send a message that we're not putting up with this kind of hateful conduct in our city.
And the Jewish community does continue to bear the brunt of hate crimes in our city. Chief Demke releasing new numbers today. He says in 2023, the number of reported hate crimes increased by 42% compared to 2022. There were 132 reported anti-Semitic hate crimes, up from 65 the year before. There was also 35 reported anti-Muslim, Palestinian, and Arab hate crimes in 2023 compared to 12 the year before. Unfortunately, Faiza, we've seen these numbers continue to grow since the October 7th attack.
Okay, Tina, Chief Demke also talking about how these are unprecedented times here. He says that arrests and charges have been made in alleged hate-motivated incidents, and you have more details on that.
Yeah, and he did announce what he described as an unprecedented charge just today. He says a 41-year-old man was arrested after a recent weekend protest downtown. He was seen waving a flag, allegedly, of a group that is listed as a terrorist organization by Public Safety Canada. He says those kinds of hateful acts will not be tolerated and hopes that this does send a strong message to the community. This man will appear in court to answer the charge later in February. Faiza.
Okay, that's our Tina Yazdani at Toronto Police Headquarters. Thank you so much for that, Tina.
Thanks, Faiza.